What's up, Amazon sellers? My Amazon business is being killed by COVID. Now, if you want to know how it's killing it and more specifically what it's been doing with my prep center, then stay tuned. I'm going to share that and my plans for February 2022 for my Amazon USA arbitrage business. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I've been selling on Amazon now for 4 years. Now, I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller in the UK, check this out, and in the USA, I'm a 6-figure seller, check this out. Now, hopefully in the near future, we're going to be expanding into another marketplace, and if you're interested to understand how I've done it, what I'm doing, and what I'm learning on my journey, hit the subscribe button down below. Okay, so first things first, let's do a quick recap of my plans for January 2022. What are we trying to achieve holistically across the entire year? My God, I think last year we were doing 6 figures and we'd only just getting started. And we even had a $70,000 month. I know, amazing. Well, quite simply, we are looking at doing in 2022, $1 million in sales. I know 7 figures and hopefully my second 7-figure business. Fingers crossed. Now, for me in January 2022, actually, as a result of the decline in December, because we had problems, we're actually looking to achieve a goal of $40,000 in sales in January 2022. Now, if we say for us, we are looking at growing that 40,000 to start with and obviously grow it up. And if you look at my sales chart for the UK, pretty much we're looking to replicate that, but in the USA. Now, as of making this video, we're currently about halfway through the month and we're currently on about 24K of that 40,000 target. So fingers crossed, we should be getting there. But again, there's a lot of things that could happen which could have an impact on us. Now for us, it's a little bit slow in comparison to, should we say, our usual performance. I'm thinking back at that 70K we did last year in November, and we want to be smashing these targets. And this is because of one reason and one reason only. What is it? Well, quite simply, unfortunately, it's our prep center in the USA. They were seriously affected by COVID. They had a lot of their staff suffering from COVID problems, and obviously they had to isolate, they had to scale down their operations. And the net result was that we had a lot of stock going in and very little actually coming out. Now, what's happening right now is we currently have something like $38,000 worth of stock pending within their warehouse to get shipped out. Now, this problem started, should we say, back in Q4 when we started doing our purchasing and purchasing larger quantities of products. And now, it's just got worse in the fact that we've been shipping it in, but they haven't been getting it out. Now, what have we done? Well, quite simply, we said, look, we've got so much money sat in this warehouse and it's not churning quick enough. We need to stop purchasing. We need to stop shipping in orders and let them manage the stock that they currently have. So as of right now, about halfway through the month in January, we have stopped purchasing, stop shipping into that warehouse until we can start to see that stock moving out again at sufficient volumes where we're happy that now we can resume operations. But the one thing which I will say, kind of aside from that, is I'm still super glad that we're on track to achieve that $40,000 target, and this is despite the issues in the warehouse. For me, I need to make a concrete solution to, should we say, fix this problem. And this is because it can slow down our performance and obviously affect our goal for the $1 million challenge or target in 2022. Now, the second thing for me is opening a credit card. One of my strategies for achieving the $1 million in sales in 12 months over the 2022 period, through the increase in capital through credit cards, we can increase the volume of purchases we're making and then ultimately the volume of sales we're making on Amazon as well. Now, one of the most convenient ways, obviously, increasing capital is by using credit cards. But not only that, it also has protection. There's so much else you can do. Now, as of January, we have just received our what's known as ITIN number, or my ITIN number, which is called the Individual Taxpayers Identification Number. It's like an SSN, but for people who don't live in the country, who are not taxpayers within the country, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Now, this is important. Why? Because it means I can now start creating a personal credit account. And once I've got a personal credit account, I can then create a business credit account. And it's complex, it's not easy. So I have to go do a lot of research, learn about that, and obviously get that learned before creating a credit account in the USA. Now, hopefully I can get something created and start using a credit card in maybe February for my Amazon business, start building up that credit, and ultimately get lines of credit for my business and start scaling and collecting some really good rewards. Now, the third thing for me is what am I going to be doing? I'm going to be looking at increasing the team performance. Now, of course, I want to, should we say, increase my team performance, and I want my team to really scale up and grow if we want to achieve that $1 million mark in 2022. Now, since we stopped purchasing and sourcing, should we say, due to the issues of our prep center, what my operations managers decided to do is to temporarily move my VAs from the USA business over to the UK business. And that's just going to help them with their training, maybe working with my UK sources to really understand how we're operating to do £2.2 million in the UK back in 2021. And ultimately, when they come back to the USA, that's going to help them out as well. So looking forward to that. Not perfect, but sometimes you've got to take a step back to take 2 steps forward. Okay, so today I'm talking about my plans for February 2022. Now, the question I want to ask you is, what are your plans? What are you thinking you're doing? Drop it down below. Let me know in the comments. What are your plans for 2022 in February? Okay, so this leads me nicely on to, should we say, my plans for February 2022. So first things first, what are we going to look at? Well, it's a prep center side. We want to get that prep center sorted, but also as well, what we've understood is that we're exposure to one prep center. So we're going to get a new prep center and operate through 2 of them. So with this current situation on my current prep center, we're going to be looking for a new prep center that can support us when maybe one prep center has a problem and they can't deal with the volume of orders that are going in. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that my prep center is bad, not at all. They've been great. It's just that we need to keep that stock moving, those purchases coming in and shipping to Amazon's warehouses and cycling that money. Now, moreover, this is important to keep, the prep center aligned, or should I say the operations aligned with my goal of reaching that $1 million in sales by the end of the year. Now, the second thing which I'm looking at doing in February is a $50,000 challenge. Now, what is this? Well, my goal in 2022 is to do the $1 million challenge. And with that in mind, in January 2022, I started with the target of doing 40,000. So at the end of the month, for February, we want to increase that target to $50,000. Basically, I'm increasing my monthly targets, should we say, over the course of the year to make that $1 million mark or that goal. So for February, I'm planning to sell, seasonal items such as like Valentine's related products like chocolates. Valentine's is a good season to sell on Amazon because, my God, there's certain demand for those products. And it's these little things step by step that are going to make sure that we just achieve that £1 million goal. But obviously Valentine's Day products are seasonal. We need to make sure those products are getting shipped in, hence obviously making sure we solve the logistics problems. Now, if you want to know more about Valentine's Day products and seasonal sourcing, check out a video I recorded recently up here. That's going to help you out and obviously let you know about how you too can find those products. Okay, so I'm talking about my plans for February 2022. Now, the one thing which I'll say is these are my plans, what I'm looking to do. And obviously, at the very beginning, I run my Amazon UK business, my Amazon USA business, and we're looking to open another one. And obviously FastTrackFBA, recording these YouTube channels and doing a lot of other things. That is a lot of stuff that I'm getting done, and I like to travel the world. Now, how do I do it? Well, quite simply, I've got a team of VAs, virtual assistants over in the Philippines. They're basically doing all the work, not in a negative way, but they're amazing. They help my business, they grow, they do so much, they add so much value. Now, the interesting thing is you too can build a team as well. And if you're looking to build a team for your Amazon business, where do you start? Well, first things first, you always start with a sourcing VA. Why? Because they find deals that you can buy low to resell high for a profit on Amazon. They make you money. Now, if you're interested in a sourcing VA, look no further than the FastTrackFBA VA Academy. This is a service I created whereby we find, hire, train, and support a manual sourcing VA in your business for 12 weeks. We charge a one-off fee and you get all our support, all my knowledge, and weekly coaching calls with myself for 12 weeks to make sure that your VA gets results. How many or how good are the results? Well, we've placed over 400 VAs now with nearly 200 clients across the UK, USA, Canada, and other marketplaces. Now, if you're interested, want to know more, and want to fancy booking a free 30-minute consultation call, I'll drop a link down below. Check it out, FastTrackFBA VA Academy. I think you're gonna love it. Okay, so this leads me nicely on to my final chapter, some personal advice about how to handle problems in your Amazon business. Now, what I'll say is always remember that there are unexpected problems that you are going to encounter in your business. In my case, we're so close to making that $150,000 sales in Q4 in 2021, but unexpectedly, the staff in the prep center that I use, they got COVID, which made us only achieve 130. I know it's not a huge difference. 130 is still an amazing result, but obviously a goal is a goal and you aiming to hit it and achieve it. Now, if you're asking me with all my experience and what I've learned in selling on Amazon, how do I handle unexpected problems? Here's my advice for you. So first things first, what I'd always think about is think long term. Where do you want to be long term? Don't kind of get caught up today in the emotions like, oh my God, it's not working. No, not at all. where do I want to be long term? You know, for example, with my prep center, I could have been super angry, like, how dare you? But actually we're like, these things happen. I need to understand the situation. I need to communicate, and I still want to use the prep center in the future. So long-term wise, you know, I'm going to maintain that relationship. I'm going to do everything I can, and I'm going to think, where do I need to be long-term? Now, quite simply, once I'm kind of taking away the emotional side of it, what am I going to do then is I'm going to say, okay, let's brainstorm some solutions. Let's think about what we can do. Now, what was very interesting out of that situation was quite simply the fact that we identified we had quite a high risk exposure to one prep center, where obviously they're managing other clients and they were unable to service the volume that we're looking at right now due to those issues. And obviously we're looking to scale up. So it said, hey, we need to be careful here. So what did we do? Well, we said long-term wise, we're not looking to do 40,000, 50,000 a month. We want to be doing 100,000, maybe even 200,000 a month, you know, towards the end of Q4 next or this year. What do we need to understand? Well, long-term wise, we can't have this happen again. So what do we need to do? Well, we need to reduce that risk exposure to that one kind of prep center. And as a result, we got another prep center that we're looking for now, so that we're kind of reducing the risk and just building more resilience into our business. So I think for you, whenever you have a problem, first things first, number one, remove the emotion. It's a really easy thing to do. Don't go, Second, always think long-term. Building relationships, maintaining positive relationships is super important. And then third things, just think of multiple solutions that you can come up with, which are going to help you navigate around the problem. Problems are a fact of life, whether they be personal or within business. Our job is to solve them. That's why we get paid what we get paid to build the businesses, because we are solving problems which help people. That's my advice. Now, quite simply, what I will say for you is don't feel disheartened, you know, with unexpected problems in your Amazon business. And you know, it's really common if you want to feel like giving up. My God, I've done it so many times, wanted to. But what I am going to do is leave a video around here of, should say, some advice from Simon Sinek about what you should do if you feel like giving up. And you know, if that's, you think, is your only option. Check it out. I think you're going to love it, and it's going to keep you driving a long-term success. But what I will say is, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give me a big thumbs up, and hey, hit the subscribe button if you want to see some more videos from me, or from myself, Thomas Parkinson, and FastTrackFBA. Thank you very much.